Morning.
If it suits you, Anne Hinson was down to number 14 and same as the previous speakers, then save some time.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Okay. My name is John Harrington and I'm the owner of 111 Riccarton Road. For 60 years, so we've got quite a bit of experience on Riccarton Road. The advent of malls has been the demise of strip shopping in New Zealand, with Riccarton being no exception. Good quality retail outlets are the key to the survival of Riccarton shopping area and retailers. Key tenants such as Avanti, Scorpio Books, Baby Factory, etc. Experiences and surrounding ones will suffer from a downturn in business to the extent that some will close or and who will replace them but more food outlets. And so it goes on until we end up being like another church who spoke before. Has got a lot of experience in that and can back that up. I'm trying to lease our just completed building a few doors away. We could have easily let it to food outlets as we had numerous inquiries, but we're determined to put in a retailer. This proved time as a prospective tenant looked at the food outlets either side of us and said no. An earlier speaker said that the bus exchange will bring vitality back to Riccarton. I dispute that. I think it will do quite the opposite. Does the city or the local community want this? I don't think so. The business area is the identity of Riccarton and we don't want to lose it. The idea of metro passengers coming to catch a bus, having a coffee, sitting down with their laptop or lounging about is great in theory, but in reality, they'll be congregating on the footpath because their bus is only 5 to 10 minutes away, and consequently blocking the shop windows, which are crucial for attracting passing shoppers, and entranceways. Pedestrians trying to make their way through a crowded footpath is daunting, if not threatening, especially with young people who don't tend to make room or sit on the footpath. Etched glass, graffiti and rubbish everywhere. Buses can only pull into where there were car parks and not off the road, and this will cause traffic congestion. In my opinion, the bus stop should remain where it is, in line with the mall car park, and have the shelters upgraded as has been done at Northlands. The interchange is not needed. Metros only thought it was a good idea because it was offered to them. We did ask to have the question sent to us that was done by the survey to the Metro users, and there again nothing came forward. But from what we could gather, the questions were a little bit loaded, as in, you know, would you like a coffee lounge? Well, of course you're going to say yes. Would you like somewhere where you can sit down and, you know, relax? Of course you're going to say yes. I don't think the questions were, as a user, what could we do to improve the route? And if they came up with those ideas, well, I think that's a whole different scenario. If you're adamant that there has to be an exchange, put it in the Riccarton Mall car park, either by compulsory acquiring the land or exchanging some land that you have where Robbie's or the library is. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'd just like to add a couple of things, and I guess I've come along today because I feel quite strongly about it, and just in your decision making. The one was the consultation process. As a group of building owners, we got invited to a meeting and then subsequently to another meeting that we got 1 day's advance warning on, and most of us couldn't attend. And the reporting back on the consultation was quite different to what we fed in. So I have concerns about the information that you're receiving around the consultation. That's number one. The other one is I don't think any of us dispute that there needs to be a bus service down Riccarton, but the fact that we're putting in proposing a bus park where there's not going to be a bus lay to take them off the road is just crazy, in a road that's already so congested, and in between the two main roads, feeder roads into the mall. So unless that can be looked at, then what you're doing is just what's going to happen is just already congest it. The other thing that I'd like to feed in is the building proposal, having worked with people in events. A long, skinny building is not a safe place, and I've been doing a lot of work with international students, and they're big users of the bus service and big users of it on Riccarton Road. And for young females or Asians going in there at night into a space that you go back into without visibility is not a safe place, and they will avoid it. So I think, and as a female, I would avoid it as well. So I think some of the premises there are quite flawed in terms of use, and I would like the council to really consider all other options. I do believe the current bus position is good in that it services the roads from the area all around, and where we're putting it is immediately got the shops and the mall behind. So for those that are going from home to catch a bus, the current location is probably one of the best in terms of the residential area. So that's probably all I'd like to add to the discussion.
Thank you very much. Questions? Paul Lonsdale.
You mentioned the Northlands model, which is interesting. Did you actually ask staff how successful that has been and the customer satisfaction around that particular model, which could actually quite easily fit in here?
Not personally, but one of the people in our group discussion had done it, and they had been along and they had surveyed the people standing there, asking them what their opinion of it was, and they loved it. Yeah.
Any other questions? That appears to be all. No, thank you very much for, and again, thank you for helping us with combining your submission.